And the one word that kept coming over and over and over was discipleship.
Mm-hmm.
People talked about what they had been through with COVID, with disaffiliation. A lot of friendships people had left their congregation. It wasn't true in every case, but people just had been through a lot. I mean, let's face it, we have been through a lot.
Yeah.
And people began to articulate the fact that we need, we lost people, and so how are we going to reach people?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any children. We don't have any youth. So how are we going to get young people in? People talked about their struggle with their mental health and burnout. I heard, and then people kept asking, we need leadership. We need leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard people talk about, in this world that we live in, but especially our nation today, the element of racism and discrimination and the different viewpoints on that, and people's struggle, and how do we have healthy conversations. So, and then I heard many other things as well. And as we went through that, I went home for Christmas to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I just began to reflect and pray, and I began to write. And it just became very clear after being with around 1,500 people, there were 5 things that just stood out.
Mm-hmm.
And the Spirit spoke to me to say, these are not I don't want to set conference priorities. That this is what the bishop wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really wrote and reflected, this is what I heard you, the people, say. And what I heard you say was mental health is really, really important.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob, you mentioned Board of Pensions, and Board of Pensions has really, had a lot of great dialogue about how we could use some funding to help with mental health, because that's part of, Board of Pensions and health. We want to have healthy clergy. So how can we kind of live into that one discipleship principle? And then I heard, people talk about we've lost people. And what about talking about professions of faith?
Mm-hmm.
Because statistics tell us there's more people not connected with any church, over 50%, than is connected with the church. So the fields are ripe for harvest.
Yeah.
And so let's begin to really look at how can we connect with people to lead them to Christ, and realizing that some of them may never come in our church walls.